Kalafalaya, these are news bulletin for tonight. Civil inquiry test out the new Tarsiel spray unit to patch up the roads. The Slushy Shop finally opens for business this month. Dosia was filled with people last Saturday, with people participating in the one-day touch rugby tournament. The new Interclub Darts Championship ends 3 months of competition as keen dart players head into the Premiership. The Civil Inquiry Division have been testing a new tar sealing spray unit at the Tapio Hill for the past 2 days. The new spray unit was received 3 months ago and is expected to be more efficient, user-friendly and cover more ground in a day in comparison to the previous hand sprayer.
We were very cautious to make sure that we understood how to use it and that we had the tar consistency in the IPCs, the 1000 IPCs, that was going to be suitable for spraying through the unit and not causing any clogs or damage. So what we did was we trialled various areas before, just little patches, to see, so we could see how it would adhere to the road. And this is the first big run we've done, which will be the test of what we do in the future. Well, the way it works is we put the whole 1,000 litre IPC in the spray unit, and then we connect the spray unit to it and we use a gun. And it means that we can get a more even spray of tar, which means better coverage and hopefully better adhesion to the bedrock, and the coverage will remain longer than it has in the past. And that's what we really want to trial right now, to see the impact of spraying more evenly, getting the aggregate more even across the damaged area, and then assessing, in fact, if it's going to hold up to the rigours of the rain and the weather conditions on Niue.
The division had intended to use the new spray unit as soon as possible, but it was delayed due to the lack of tar on island.
Well, the plan of attack is, once we can assess and see the fixing of the tar to the road and the durability of that, the plan of attack, remembering that we're a contractor, so we'll be working with government, and potentially we'll be looking at all the hills and resealing the hills, depending on if we get funds from government to do that. And if you look at the hills, there's a lot of gouging in them, so it's, you know, for cars and vehicles getting up the hills, you can cause probably more damage than looking down the road and trying to avoid potholes. Now remember that we are very much reliant on what money comes from infrastructure, so to tar is around about 15 times more than laying straight magnesia.
If everything goes well, Civil Inquiry are looking at covering and sealing areas at the hills around the island first with the new machine. A new Slushy Shop has finally opened in the centre of Alofi with a range of cold drinks to choose from. The Slushy Shop is an expansion of the Niue Bond store, and renovations were completed by the end of April. However, there have been a delay in officially opening the premises while they tried to become compliant with the public health requirements before receiving their health certificate. According to the Bond store and Slushy Shop manager, Adrian Woods, the reason behind the new venture was to give people something new and different, especially with the hot Niue weather. The Slushy Shop sells frappes, slushies plus milkshakes, but also offer a variety of cold drinks. The Tuasea School grounds in Hakupu was filled with action as crowds gathered to participate in the one-day mixed touch rugby tournament last Saturday. This particular initiative was spearheaded by the Hakupu Young People Fellowship, with over 12 teams registered, just over 230 registered players, all eager to test their agility and sportsmanship. According to Hakupu Young People Fellowship leader Randy Livaye, that the day was successful and everything went positively well, and having the youth of the village organize and host the event in Tuasea brought pride to the village and to each other for pulling off such a great event. Another objective of the tournament was to create health awareness and contribute youth development. The day ended with a prize giving, with Team Tamkotanga leaving as champions. Second is Hakupu Uli and third place is Alofi. The Hakupu Young People Fellowship also had prizes for youngest team player, Hazel Tasmania, oldest player, Poimamau Wakanofisi, and the player that scored the most tries voted by the Hakupu Young People Fellowship went to Joshua Bomali. The National Interclub Darts Championship was held at Aralinas on Saturday to determine overall winners for the club and individual categories. According to Niue Darts Association Treasurer Maine Pasisi, there has been an increased interest from women's teams, and there are also many young players joining in. The competition started 3 months ago after Waitangi Day, and darts appears to be the fastest growing sport on the island. The Top 16 Championship was sponsored by Tropicana Limited in association with the Niue Darts Association. The individual competition for the men was dominated by Temana Paul Pasisi, and Dempster Tomailunga was the runner-up. For the women's competition, first place went to Deborah Akeimo and runner-up Sonia Tafatu. The Interclub Championship, sponsored by Vanilla International and Solomona Misi Makai Kalauni. Men's Division Championship, Clayton's Team Koruba, and Women's Division Championship was Aralinas. The youngest player who also scored the highest score was Rocky Jackson. The next competition will be the Premiership Darts competition starting this Saturday as they continue with the build-up to next year's when the new committee will be elected. And that concludes all of our news bulletin for tonight.